Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Dave Roberts, Rick Williams, and Monica Malpass.
Well, this next story is the stuff movies are made of, but this is a true tale. It's the story of two brothers who met for the first time today after spending more than 50 years apart, not even knowing the other existed until recently. Action News' Tamla Edwards was there for the emotional meeting.
Rob Weisberg knew he was adopted, but never thought he'd find his real family. But today, at 58, he was at home in Richboro, waiting to meet his blood brother for the first time.
I don't know how to explain the emotions, after 56 years. So I just can't wait till he gets here.
When George Lagueros, 56, finally arrived, at first, there was no need to talk.
Oh my gosh.
As she lay dying 5 years ago, Rob's adopted mother finally revealed tidbits, including his birth mother's married name, Lagueros. But both a search firm and a private investigator came up cold.
And at that point, I just kind of resolved myself to the fact that I would never know.
But for some reason, over Labor Day weekend, Rob's wife, Carol, typed the name Lagueros into her computer.
One night I dropped up at 4 o'clock in the morning and knew I was going to find. Somehow I was going to be able to do it.
By the next Tuesday and 200 emails later, she was on the phone with George, who lives in D.C.
I said, okay, am I getting punked?
But Weisberg's other long-lost sibling and older sister confirmed Carol's information. She shocked George, admitting that their mother, Irene, poor and unwed at the time, gave newborn Rob away. The brothers talked on the phone for hours that night.
It was like looking in a mirror and listening to my story.
The brothers both favor loafers and love trains and football. And today, they were both overcome. George showed Rob a picture of Irene and Peter Lagueros on their wedding day.
It's the first time I ever saw my mother.
George talked about an old friend.
And he was the closest thing I ever had to a brother. And now I got a real one.
I love you so much. I'm so glad I got a real one.
In Richboro, Tamla Edwards, Channel 6 Action News.